It's your boy George Kiel and you're tuned in to the Lee and Ken Show.
Tell us a little bit about your Colon Cancer Foundation and why you started it.
Yeah, so I started the Kiel Colon Cancer Foundation and started it because my mom passed away from colon cancer in March of 2014. And it just, when she passed away, it was a lot of questions, you know, throughout my family trying to figure out why she passed, what colon, I didn't even know what colon cancer was when she passed. And so that led us to do a little bit of research and try to find out what colon cancer is. And we found out it's the second leading cause of all cancer-related deaths in the U.S. And then it's very prevalent in African Americans. So it led us, the reason we started is we wanted people to be aware. You see breast cancer a lot all over the place, and breast cancer is very prevalent, and you love what people are doing to raise awareness for that, but there was no voice for colon cancer. And when we did our research on colon cancer, we saw a lot of people talking about it, but there were people all of 50 plus, older people. There was no voice, no face of colon cancer that was for young people. And with it being more prevalent in young adults, why not step in and kind of be that face? And so that's in a nutshell why we started the Kiel Colon Cancer Foundation.
And I love your foundation because I like how you took your love for kicks and made a cause out of it to bring awareness to something greater than kicks, pretty much.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. I wanted to, because cancer, if you just sit there and talk about cancer, is boring. Like, no one wants to sit and talk about it, especially our age and below. And so we tried to make sure that all of our events are some kind of unique, fun type of event. And so that's where we kind of came up with the sneaker themed Kick and Roll Classic. Our Blue Tie Fair is a sneaker themed formal event. And we have some other events coming out that because of, when I was at Nice Kicks and doing everything and my sneaker audience, we kind of still want to tap into that and kind of use those type of unique, fun events as a way to get people in and then talk about colon cancer from there. So, yeah.
And I also know you recently just started a website. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Coiski, it's C-O-I-S-K-I, and it's the first two letters of the common phrase for media people, content is king. And so it's C-O for content, I-S for is, and K-I for king. And what it is an interactive digital media agency, partly. So we create content for businesses and brands. We create websites, we create logo designs, we do video production, video storytelling, graphic designs, just anything you name it as far as media and your media needs. And so we do that partly, and then the other part of it is we teach people how to create content. So we go on our YouTube channel and we do tours of, we've done a tour of EA Sports headquarters, one of Stance Socks headquarters, all these different types of videos that we do, and from there we teach you how we created them. So we'll put out a video and then we'll follow it up with a how-to of how we created it in real time. And so that's basically what we do. And then Coiski.com, we have we talk about everything happening in the digital and media realm of everything. So social media stuff, just reporters, photographers, anything that's happening in media is what we cover on Coiski.
So how was the transition from Nice Kicks to doing your own thing? And what fueled you to go ahead and be like, I'm going to go ahead and leave and do this and pursue this? Yeah,
so when I was at Nice Kicks, essentially I helped build that YouTube channel up to what it was. And so after seeing like, hey, I was doing all this and doing it for, the Nice Kicks brand, I thought like I can do this on my own. I have the connections and I built my network up while I was there to be able to do it on my own. And so that's kind of what led to that. And then also I didn't want to just talk about shoes as what we was talking about earlier today. I didn't want to just be pigeonholed to just talking about shoes because I have different interests. And so that's kind of what led to me leaving Nice Kicks, is to better myself and then also see what else is out there and explore, you know, other talents that I may have to help do different things.
And to go back to the foundation, how did Kick and Roll come about?
So Kick and Roll actually happened before Kiel Colon Cancer Foundation began. Kick and Roll was actually an idea that I had maybe 2 years before it started. So I had the nobody was doing a sneaker themed basketball event, so I was like, let's do that. But I wanted to attach a cause to it. And so then when my mom passed, I was like, this would be the perfect cause to attach to it. And so essentially we were just thinking about like making this like a really, like the Hoop It Up 3-on-3, but with a sneaker twist and then also with a cause behind it. And so that's, you know, from working with Nice Kicks and developing that sneaker fan base, that's kind of was a transition and what propelled our colon cancer awareness talk.
Anything special lined up for Kick and Roll soon, or any special guests coming out?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that we have this year is people are now allowed to have up to 8 teammates. So it's going to be like 9 players on each team. And so it's going to make for a bigger tournament and also a way for you to bring out more of your friends to play. As far as special guests, we have a few things that we're working on. Paul George is at the top of that list. And then we also are possibly seeing about bringing DeMar DeRozan down. We had Nate Robinson down last year, so it's still in the air right now. We're just trying to figure it out, but I would say that the 9 players and then the special guests, and then also we're making our first move outside of Austin next year for the Kick and Roll Classic, and we're doing it in Houston, Texas on July 21st, 2018.
You get to travel the world a lot, you know, go a lot of different places. Do you get the time to check out the different sneaker spots that, you know, you can only go to if you're in this city or that city?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been to, went to Orlando just recently and went to the Trophy Room, which was a cool shop. And then I've been to a couple of the Boston shops like Concepts. And then of course I go to when I do New York or LA, I go to I do Riff LA, a Flight Club. So yeah, no, I definitely get some time to check them out and check other things out as well.
So what's your favorite sneaker brands right now?
Favorite sneaker brands? I still like what Jordan is doing. They release some good stuff, and then also Adidas is coming on doing some different things with the Yeezy stuff and NMDs. I haven't really been checking for Nike lately. I don't like any of their basketball stuff. They put like when Kobe retired, they put that AD out, and that was trash. And then I don't know, man. LeBron's, I've never really been a fan of LeBron's shoes. I was a fan of his shoes when they were doing like the 6, 7, 8, 9 around that time. But lately, his shoes look like military boots. KD's shoes are cool, but yeah, I would say Jordan and Adidas. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everybody know you did all the sneak peeks and when you was at Nice Kick. So what's the top 3 closets you've been in so far? Top
3. I would have to say. So when we did Mayor's closet, that was I had never seen anything like that. It was like a shoe museum because he had like different rows you go down and stuff like that. And the big thing is we stayed over there for like a good 10, 12 hours because he wanted to, I don't know why, but he wanted to show every single shoe he had. Like he did, you know, everybody else shows like the best shoes they had, but he wanted to show like even like his all white Air Forces. You know, I was like, we don't need to see all that. But yeah, I would say his. Then I would also say the guy we did Perfect Pair, because he had stuff I've never even seen before, like player exclusives and stuff like that. And then I would say I would probably say Josh Childress, because he had a big garage, like he had like a 3-car garage, but like all of it was shoes. Like cause he couldn't park in it because there was shoes everywhere. And he had like every single Jordan ever known to man. So yeah, I would say those three.
If you can go in any celebrity's closet that you haven't been in yet, who would it be?
Ray Allen will be one, cause you know he been with Jordan forever, so you know he probably has everything. And then Mark Wahlberg, cause he's like a Jordan. You can't call him a Jordan athlete, right? But you can. He's like a Jordan signed celebrity or whatever, and so they give him a whole bunch of stuff. So I would say those two, and possibly, I mean, you gotta say Mike himself. I mean, it's no telling what's in that closet. Yeah.
So speaking of shoes and everybody else's collection, what's your top 5 kicks? Can you show us your top 5?
Top 5, yeah. I'll leave. I might have to show you 7 or something.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so I go with my top 5. I'll start out with this Kobe 9 EM. This is one of my favorite because it represents like what my organization is about. It's just a royal colon cancer color is blue, dark royal blue. So this shoe is it's all blue for that. It has our blue knots in it, which is our custom blue laces. If you look at this one and compare it with this one, it has my mom's initials on it. And then it has colon cancer under it. So it's a shoe that just represents, the original laces were red because that was my mom's favorite color, but I just took them out and put the blue laces in them. But yeah, this probably represents our organization more than any other shoe. And then I would say, now these shoes that I'm gonna show you, probably most of them have these blue laces in them because of the colon cancer stuff, so they don't come. So they might look weird, but it's the cause that matters. So,
it's a purpose behind it.
Yeah, it's a purpose. So the Crink, that's probably my favorite Air Force One. I think I forgot who gave me these, but Colin, I think. But yeah, I just like what they do. The reflective 3M. Gray is my favorite color. So and then I mean you can't not do a gun bottom. So yeah, these are probably my favorite Air Force One. Dornbecker 3 is probably one of my favorite Jordans because again I like causes. I like being a part of good causes and stuff, and the Dornbecker cause is pretty important. And so not only does the shoe look good, but it stands for something. So again, it's reflective too. Then this one, this Hyper Dunk, the TNT Hyper Dunk with the Charles and Kenny and Ernie, no Shaq on it. But no, I really like this shoe a lot. It's a good shoe to play basketball in. I actually hoop in this one. And again, the colors are kind of Kiel Colon Cancer represented as well, but it's just a good shoe. And that's one of my favorite like little studio shows because they be up there just talking shit. Can I cut something?
Yeah. You good.
Yeah. And then this one is so beat up because I wear it every single day. Fear 3s. I remember when this shoe first came out, like I just had to have it. Cause again it's gray. And then I don't know, I just liked it a lot. I don't know, I like boring shoes. So this probably be boring to a lot of people, but I wear them all the time. They beat up now. And then this is another, I like to ID a lot of shoes. There's no laces in these because I probably had the blue ones in there, but this was a Kobe ID that I did maybe a few years ago. And again, it's gray, boring, but it has, I don't know, it had the little chameleon paint on it, my initials. But it's just a good shoe to hoop in. I think I did this around All-Star Weekend for when it was in New Orleans because it has like little gumbo print stuff. Oh. So yeah, I just like the shoe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a ton of Kiel Colon Cancer shoes over there. I would show you maybe this last one because it has a good story behind it. I almost killed everything. But this is a Kobe ID I did for this was in memory of my mom too. You know how blue is the color, so it has the blue laces. But I went to LA maybe 3 years ago to talk with my mom's best friend, or one of her best friends, and she kept calling my mom Frankie, and I was like, who the hell is Frank? I don't know who Frankie is. And she was like, yeah, that's what we all called your mom. And so that was her nickname. And so I just made a shoe in like her color, all red, and then on the tongue I have the age of when she passed, 58, and then it has Frankie on and KCCF on that one. So just another shoe I made for the cause. But yeah, that's probably it, man. That's probably all my favorites. I mean, I have some other ones, but that's my favorite.
Is there anything, before we let you go, is there anything you want to tell the people that you got coming up, how to follow you, how to follow the cause and things like that?
Yeah. So Kiel Colon Cancer was coming up there. It's Kick and Roll Classic, August 5th, 2017. Blue Tie Fair, November 11th. We'll have open gyms in other parts of the nation, Portland, Philly, LA. Yeah, just another new event in Houston happening on September 30th called Grown Up Games, kind of like a field day event but for adults. But yeah, man, just keep supporting Kiel Colon Cancer. We just won an award.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, just won this award right here for Best Creative Organization. And that's just a testament to the people that support it. So, yeah, I would say that, man. Then you can follow Kiel Colon Cancer at Kiel Colon Cancer, Kiel, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Kick Roll Classic, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then Coiski, we have a ton of new YouTube shows coming up. We just put something out with David Banner that was pretty cool. But yeah, I would just say follow both of those. Coiski Media, COISKI Media. And then you can follow me at George Kiel 3 on all social media channels.
I appreciate you letting me come over and sit with you and chop it up with you. I know you're a busy man, so appreciate you fit me in your schedule, man.
Anytime for the boy Levi, man. Anytime.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Boy, Boost Badass, you already know, keep it locked into the Lynn Ken Show all the time. You know what's poppin', Lynn Ken Show.